Hi guys, in this demo I'm going to talk about ellipses a little bit. So the first thing that I'm going to draw is a series of circles, because it's always good to start practicing with circles before switching to the sketch of ellipses. So remember, to warm up, just start sketching using your arm figures that has to look like good circles, so make sure that they don't look like eggs. And if they don't come out at the very beginning, just keep practicing. It's usually a matter of finding the right I would say balance of and control of your arm. Okay, so basically ellipses derive from the circle. So if I try to sketch a good circle, so I keep it very light, try to go back with design lines and making it looking interesting. I'm going to identify a center here, C. So the circle can be considered an ellipse that has the width of 100%. Okay, 100%. If now, usually it's good to sketch a couple of lines that run through the center, and these two lines that are perpendicular identify the two axes that control the circle. The vertical one, I call it in this case vertical axis, so vertical axis, and this one is going to be the horizontal axis. But it doesn't matter, I mean, you can call them in the way you like. What is very important to notice though is that if I decrease in this case the horizontal axis to maybe 50%, drawing a figure like this is representing basically an ellipse that has a width of 50%, so it's a half of the circle. Of course, I can do the same thing horizontally, so I can sketch basically an ellipse like this, which basically represents the circle that has been stretched horizontally. Okay, and I can keep playing around with this. Of course, I can identify different axes to another angle, and I can decrease my circle even more using a different angle. So let's pretend that we do a 30% ellipse using this new angle. This is what would come out. Okay, so basically when sketching ellipses is all about reducing the width of one of the two axes. In this case, what I just did, I'm just trying to do it better. In this case, what I just did is a circle that has the minor axis reduced to probably 50%, and it looks pretty much like this. So, what do we need to sketch an ellipse? You can do it freehand like this, so they look like eggs, but my recommendation is always sketch one straight line, use it as the major axis of your ellipse, and it's going to identify the position of your ellipse. And then once you have it, you divide the major line in two, and you sketch a line passing through the center, creating an angle of 90 degrees, and this is going to identify your minor axis. remember to go back with the good design lines to show exactly the good part of your ellipse. So, in conclusion, you need a straight line, and you're going to use this straight line to place an ellipse. You can make it wider, and you can keep widening it up until you create like a full circle. In this case now I'm sketching a very thin one, and I'm going to increase the size of my ellipses here. This is another very good exercise. So again, the full circle is 100%, but then you decrease the percentage and you create smaller ellipses. So again, what do you need to sketch an ellipse? Just your free rotating arm, but my recommendation, start from an axis. Use the axis as that line that is going to receive the major axis of your ellipse, and then sketch on top of it. And you can keep it wide, thin, it doesn't matter, but the axis is absolutely necessary to control the position of your ellipse. Okay? Go back and practice.